What's going on, y'all? Another week, another geek. We're back at it with another episode of the Why I'm Geek show with your homies AJ and ChrisyLite. In today's episode, we're gonna take things back a little bit. This movie came out, like a little while ago. We kind of slept on it, but we here now. Project Hail Mary. Chris, how you feeling today, Brody?
Bro, I'm doing good, doing good. Just to let everyone know, uh, we're in the state of Maryland, and it is
Whoa!
April, and I cannot believe how cold it's been. It feels like winter.
Yeah, it was cold today. I
And
had a puffer on.
I cannot believe what's going on. So
Yeah,
I might be sick in a week. The change of weather has been crazy. It literally was raining, then it's freezing. Allergies left and right. Like I already washed the pollen off twice. It's crazy right now. So I'm doing good. It's just really cold.
Yeah.
How you doing, G?
I'm doing good too, bro. I'm doing good too. Might not be as cold as you because you over there looking crispy in that chop team. That joint look, that's always tough. That's always tough.
No, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I had legs today, so I pass out. That's why. But I'm excited to talk about Project Hail Mary because after I saw it in theaters, we talked about it on a previous pod. I was like, oh man, this joint going crazy. And I was like, Chris, you gotta watch this movie. Well, he was in the middle of watching reading the book.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, gotta wait for that. And then he finally finished. He's like, oh yeah, next pod.
Movie time.
Next pod. So we here, we're finna get into this thing. First things first, I must just start off by saying this because I said it in the previous episode, but Chris didn't hear it because he didn't want any spoilers. My first initial take, and then we can like kind of just dive into things, was that like if I was to describe Project Hail Mary to somebody, it is Castaway meets Interstellar. And the reason why I say Castaway is because the initial part of the movie, he's just by himself and he's just talking to himself, right? But then he does get a friend. Now that friend can talk, but he does give him a nickname. And then, space. So Interstellar, you know what I'm saying? Planetary destruction is, or not planetary destruction. What is it? Apocalypse or something? I don't know.
Sure.
Basically the Earth dying, and they need a solution. So that's why I combined those two. And I don't think that was a crazy spoiler, Chris. What is that?
Big
was
time
that
spoiler?
for
Big
real?
time spoiler.
I mean, I just want to set the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like of what I took away from, like, if I was just to break it down bare bones of why, not even why I rock with the movie, but just like kind of what to expect in a way.
Like the only thing I would say is like learning about the additional friend to me would be considered spoiler because you go so far into the movie without that occurring that you kind of do wonder, okay, what else is in this movie? Like what more is gonna happen? But
that's why I say Castaway. Castaway is not a real person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
We here with it. All right, so Chris, you watched this movie a little bit more recently. I watched it like a week ago. And you've read the book. I haven't read the book, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I haven't read the book, but I have seen a couple book movies recently that I'm like, I like book movies more. I think not more. Book movies tend to not fail for me, if that makes sense. Like if I hear that this movie was first a book, I'm like, okay, better. I feel better about this because they thought everything through, essentially. Hopefully, right? Unless it's the what's that movie we saw, bruh? Pet Cemetery. That movie was terrible. But the last three that I remember seeing was Mickey 17, then The Long Walk, and then Project Hail Mary. And we 3 for 3. So I ain't saying I'm about to go start here reading these books, but you know, when you got taste, you got taste. So, as someone that has read the book and now watched the movie, Chris, do you feel like they did the movie justice or the book justice?
All right, so before we get into this,
Mm-hmm.
because I think this is such an interesting thing, and the main reason why I wanted to read the book before I saw the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, for you not knowing anything about this movie,
Mm-hmm.
do you think the sciencey stuff was explained well in the movie that you understood what happened?
Absolutely not. I didn't know what
Okay.
the heck was going on, but like I'm gonna keep it. I understood visually what was happening, what needed to happen, right?
Like, the
But
overall story of, like, there's some dots
yeah,
sapping the sun's energy,
yeah, it's like
and they
you can
had to
only
go
see
to
it
another planet.
infrared, and
Sure.
like I understand the movie. Like I get the problem. I get, even that was like one of my favorite parts was like trying to help them solve the problem in my brain, not knowing what was going to happen. Um, but like for me to sit there, because after the movies, y'all know I do a little voice note, just to get my like raw reactions of the movie. And even in my voice note, I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain to y'all the
Yeah.
science behind what I actually saw because I don't even know if it's not that it's not real, but like, you have to kind of just see the movie or read the book to really understand it. So I get it up here. Like I understand, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain this to you because it's not my field of expertise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So I just wanted to ask you that main question because
Mm-hmm.
watching the movie, I definitely felt like, dang, they kinda sped run through a lot of explanation that makes sense on what's happening,
Yeah.
but it was like 10 seconds, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't think if someone didn't read the book would they actually understand what just happened.
Yeah.
Um, like, you can kinda guess, but you're like, "Oh,
Was
yeah, something to do with that."
my favorite
Um,
part was when when they made a baby. Cause it was like this is the most
yeah.
caveman thing I've ever seen in my life. Of like, I know this is way more complicated than what they're making it,
And even in the book, it was way
but
different. So,
yeah.
just to answer your question, thanks for answering that.
Hmm.
Just to overall, I personally do like the book way better,
Yeah.
but I do just feel like it's just 2 different stories. Like,
Okay.
the book is so much more sciencey, so much more technical, and, like,
Hmm.
has, like, a darker feeling to, like, everything, like, it is very dire.
More grim.
The Earth yeah, the Earth is gonna uh is in serious trouble if I don't complete this mission.
Hmm.
I don't know who I am. That's like a big thing in the book.
Yeah.
And they do it in the movie, but it's very clear cut. Like, I really don't know who I am. I'm pretty smart and I'm in
Yeah.
space. I'm trying to figure it out. And it's like every single thing. And as his memories slowly come back, it feels
Hmm.
more impactful. Like, um, I know I'm supposed to be this. Uh, what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
Uh, Which they do have it in the movie, it just feels like definitely less, and
Hmm.
in the movie, what I like is it's so much more, like, whimsical,
Yeah.
much more playful. I kinda wanna say, like, Pixar-y, but,
Good comp.
it
Good
is just
comp.
it's just very more, like, light, and
Hmm.
if you are getting introduced to, like, sci-fi, space
Dystopia.
stuff, yeah, this one is a very, very, very good movie.
Hmm.
Um And I think this could get a lot of people interested in more sci-fi stuff into the more serious stuff. But the book aspect is just a much more serious topic,
Hmm.
way more sciencey stuff. And this one's like more playful, just go with it more. Um, and it still hits the same type of beats, same type of main plot points. But the overall like understanding like what's happening, it's
Yeah.
definitely lost in the movie. But does it take away a lot from the movie? I kind of don't think so.
Hmm.
So
That's why I feel like the introduction of Rocky was so pivotal. Of like, that's when to me my idea of the movie kind of changed. Where
yes.
I was like, okay, now this is not Castaway, Interstellar. This is something else. So it went from, because there's still problem solving, but it was like a slow, gradual, seeing Dr. Grace become just like more and more capable thinker, person, scientist, all the things, right? And then you add Rocky to the mix, and it's like, okay, now I have another person out here. I have another like I'm not just out here by myself, but I'm also like we have the same goal. So now
Yeah.
there's like, okay, there's other people out here. I'm not like just by myself and I'm the world's last hope. There's another, you know, alien race out there that is like having the same issue. Two is better than one. We can actually do this. It gives us some hope in the
Yeah.
sense of like, I wouldn't say that the initial um part of the movie before the introduction of Rocky was like super sad or like super dark or grim like the book, because obviously Ryan Gosling, talented, right, hilarious, but also just the his character, Dr. Grace's kind of position in life where he's been exiled by the scientific community. He's a middle school science teacher, and usually his biggest problem is like, okay, how do I educate these kids without having them go home to their parents and tell them everything I said and get written up or something like that, like completely changing his like world essentially, um when he gets approached by Ava, which is like the head person or whatever. So like I think initially, up until the introduction of Rocky, the lightness of the movie, it was like you said, like it was about who am I? Like what am I doing here? How did I get in space? I was like,
Yeah.
I know who you are. You're Ryan Gosling. So I didn't really
Yeah.
care. It wasn't about
Yeah.
it wasn't about that for me. I was interested, I was intrigued because I'm like, okay, obviously we're going to get to learn about how he got to this point at some point. So it's like there wasn't as much like angst or like um
Suspense or something. It's just like,
suspense.
okay.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, I see where we're going now. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like the movie really started when we got to Rocky. So
Exactly.
that's what I would say to that. You know. Um, let's see. What what was the thing that like what was the thing about the movie that had you really like not so nah, see, you already read the book. So cause like so there's no mystery. There wasn't no mystery for you. You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I knew everything that was gonna happen, and it
Yeah.
essentially happened.
Yeah.
Um,
So okay, I
one of
guess
my main things.
I ask you this. What were you looking
uh
forward to seeing in real life the most? Not real life, but on screen the
So,
most.
bro, I swear, like seeing Rocky and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he was gonna make like the little ball suit and move into the space station.
Yeah.
In my brain, it just looked so different,
Yeah.
a- and just how he was operating and seeing things, it just seems so different in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but a lot of details are missed where it's like, um, did I might have missed it. In the movie, did they talk about how they had vastly different atmospheres that they lived in?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well,
like,
he didn't say they didn't dive into it. All they really said was like, "Oh, I noticed," because like when they were sharing things back and forth, the little charades or whatever, dioramas or puppets, when he put his hand in there, it was hot.
yeah,
But he was like, "Ooh," because obviously their atmosphere is way more, Because at first it
yeah,
was just like about the oxygen, and it's like, "Oh, this man
yeah.
can make oxygen," like what I'm saying. I was like, "Oh, okay, so they can do anything." But like they did cover that, but like you say, it's brief. And that's why I feel
Yeah,
like
it's,
this
like,
movie was
so
like,
brief, and
yeah,
you miss all that detail, like, being very careful, being very
mm-hmm,
much in space, and
yeah,
they do a good job of bridging it because I guess it would slow down the movie a lot,
mm-hmm,
but there are a lot of scenes where they go back to Earth that I just feel like you coulda chopped all those
mm-hmm,
to put more of the science-y explanations of how vastly different their, uh, worlds were,
mm-hmm,
them learning and growing together. Because, like you say, the movie does pick up when Rocky arrives, and it becomes I am meeting an alien race while I'm also trying to save my race, only to
Yeah.
discover we're both here for the same reason.
Yeah.
And like a really big moments are like when Rocky says like, "Oh yeah, astrophage, bad, 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 bad." Like you really feel the emotion of this other alien is
Mhm.
feeling the same emotions that I am. Like
Yeah.
we are the only ones left, and we are working together a solution.
Mhm.
And it becomes that bond of them finding
It's like,
answers,
"Oh,
working together.
eureka. Alright, now let's get to work."
Yes, and
Yeah.
in the book, it's such a just a big part of if we're gonna solve this problem,
Mhm.
now it's me and you working together, like, we gotta start with the basics. We gotta learn how to communicate. We gotta learn,
Yeah.
what you can do, what I can do, what theories you're thinking of. Because like, Rocky is crazy, crazy, crazy smart,
Yeah.
and they kinda show it
But
by
he
how
worked
much he
in
can build.
the he's like a mechanic though, right? Like, his actual
Yeah,
job, which is crazy. Like, he just
yeah,
is, like, working on the ship kinda
and
thing.
and they did explain this because there's just a lot of stuff that they didn't talk about.
Mhm.
They essentially were like, his race, this is, like, their first time leaving their planet ever.
Mm.
Like,
I didn't know
astrophage was
that. You couldn't
becoming
tell
a
that to me
problem. Yeah.
by that ship they
So he
had. It looked like something off
so
Destiny.
so this was their first attempt, and it was a massive ship, which was really cool to see in real life.
Mhm.
And then when all of his, fellow,
Crewmates.
Iridians died,
Yeah.
Rocky was like, "Oh, I'm the only one," and then they didn't know anything about radiation poisoning in, like, space or radiation
Mhm.
at all, like, the concept, and it
Yeah.
was just so interesting to see those perspectives happen, and Rocky was literally shielded by being the engineer in the where the engine was because their ship was powered by the astrophage, so
Right.
they don't he wouldn't get radiation poisoning,
Mhm.
which was the main thing of why their what's his name? Ryan Gosling's ship,
Yeah.
uh, its
Grace.
hull was made Grace's whole ship was made out of astrophage,
Right.
to protect him from radiation as he's
See,
traveling
I didn't even
through.
know that. I didn't even know
So
that.
yeah, so there's, like, a lot of, like, sciencey details
Yeah.
that make way more sense,
Mhm.
and I gotta say this part because then we can just talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Because those 2 key concepts show, like, we're still learning astrophage,
Real
getting to
time.
this planet, and we're trying to meet halfway.
Mhm.
Ultimately, towards the end, being the very final, like, act, they meet a predator, uh, I wanna call it like an amoeba, a
I
predator
said that too.
organism.
I said that
Okay,
too. Yeah.
a predator amoeba
Yeah.
that can eat the astrophage, and when they realize it can go through the was it xenonite?
Mhm.
Um, it's able to go through and eat the fuel itself,
Right.
and that concept seemed so strange when I was watching the movie, like, I was like,
Mhm.
I don't think they explained this enough to how dire it was in the book because it just made it
Yeah.
seem like, "Boom, we got the
'Cause he woke
solution."
up to the thing and he knew exactly what to do.
Yes, and in the
Yeah.
book, what happened is he's flying, and all of a sudden, everything shuts down, and
Yeah.
they have no idea what's going wrong, and
Mhm.
then it's like, "Oh, we see, like, this gunk afterwards, um, maybe, like, they kinda like a leak, like, okay,
Mhm.
maybe some got in, we cleaned it up, now we're good."
Right.
And it's like, "Oh, the xenonite's even better material, it's way better." And
Mhm.
it makes sense because Rocky species, you're just like, yeah, this Xenonite thing made this whole ship.
Yeah.
They going left and right. This is amazing feat for your people just using Xenonite.
Mhm.
So finally, when they make the last capsule, it's made out of Xenonite. So Grace can go home,
Yeah.
and the astrophage is protected in it.
Right.
But then the amoebas from
They
the
evolve.
predator,
Yeah. They evolve
yeah,
to be
they
able
evolved
to
to get through it.
yeah.
And that whole sequence, like,
Yeah.
they spent days and weeks making more and more and more,
Mhm.
testing it for Earth's atmosphere and then also Rocky's atmosphere because they live in 2 totally different environments, and he was just like,
Yeah.
"Hey, make sure it's good because 'cause I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna go home. Is it good
Yeah.
for Earth?" Because Earth was, like, way easier, like, trial 10, and
Yeah.
Rocky needed to go to, like, 80. And
Dang.
by the time they got to the very end, they didn't test it on xenonite. It was only on plastic. So they was like, "Oh, we good."
Yeah.
And that was like what I mean. Like the book is way more dire because Grace realizes I'm heading home and
Mm-hmm.
I just fixed this problem. Oh my God,
He ain't
Rocky
got
has
no
me.
plastic.
Yeah, he ain't got no plastic. And in the
On the
book,
whole
it
ship.
was like
And the whole
this
ship's
dude.
made out of the thing that they're now immune to.
Yes, and it was like
Yeah.
the whole time they were introducing each other's culture and stuff like that. They use
Never brought
xenonite
it up.
and it's like, yo, this stuff is so strong. This is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And he's maneuvering it, making it the glass, and even in
Mm-hmm.
the movie, he starts out with that little crack and it becomes the big one.
Yeah.
And it's all xenonite. So it's just like this stuff is so amazing. Just for like the last minute, Grace realized like he's gonna die.
Yeah. The
And
final go.
and
Yeah.
and we found the solution together. He is going to die and he has to turn around.
Yeah.
And when he's heading back to the ship, it just feels like, "Bro, I don't know. I don't know if you're there." And I just felt like in the movie, the way they
Like you
did the
don't know if
movie.
Rocky's still there, if he's
Yeah,
still
because
alive. Yeah, because you don't know how long it's gonna take you to get to chart a course back to where he was going.
and then, like, how do you find him? Because
Yeah.
his ship's gonna
Space.
be powered down, and he's just floating in space. You're just a rock,
Mm-hmm.
a blip, Rocky. But,
Yeah.
like, it's just that's what I mean, the 2 different movies and the book is just so much more dire and like, "Dang,
Mm-hmm.
my buddy, he probably gone, but Imma turn around. I gotta do it."
Yeah.
And then in the movie, it just has the soundtracks to make it feel, like, less lighthearted, like, "Okay, we're gonna make it, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
make it." Um,
Got
and
the
I just think
sarcasm.
that the sarcasm, like, it's both pretty much there. It just feels like when you read a book and when you
Mm-hmm.
watch the movie, at the end of the day, it's the same story, but it just feels like 2 different ones anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you can enjoy the movie and you can enjoy the book.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just have different ways of enjoying it. One's more lighthearted, one's more serious. Overall, same characters,
Mm-hmm.
similar beats. You like some characters more than others,
That's the
but
power of words,
overall,
though.
I really like it.
I feel like that's the
Yeah,
power of words, though, because like if they made it 1-to-1 with the book, the movie would be like 5 hours, bro.
yeah.
You know.
It's just weird that they don't explain, like, stuff like that or
Mm-hmm.
don't, like, build it up,
Well, I would
but
say
I feel like
because
it's a different medium.
yeah, because I mean, like I feel like you have to make choices. Like at least like when I listen to like a lot of directors and stuff like that, like you have to make choices when it comes to like, okay, what is important, what is going to come across best for not only just the viewer, but like, you know, um, any audience member that's watching this movie, because they want the movie to be as like uh far reaching that anybody can grasp
Yes.
as possible. So like things like, oh, he don't got plastic comes
Yes.
in and they can only focus on it for a little bit of time because they need to be able to create that like tension of like, dang, we gotta get back,
Yeah.
to they don't have time to explain why it's so important. We just need to know that it's important. And I feel like that's what the movie was able to do and why I enjoyed the pacing so much, because like the way that they started the movie with him not knowing who he is, him slowly figure it out, and then we starting to get more backstory as he's starting to remember who he is and what he's been tasked to do. Um and then like I lost my train of thought. But like seeing him go through, oh, that's what I was talking about, the pacing. Seeing him in the past basically build this project up from nothing, and then how that translates to what the discoveries he's making in real time. That back and forth to me was money, because I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm getting smarter as I'm watching this thing, and then when I came down to like trying to explain, I was like, I don't know nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's why you got to read the book, because if you really want to know how deep it really goes, because if you don't, then it's just like, oh, Rocky doesn't have plastic, that's why he's about to die, you know. Versus it being like because I feel like they do a good job with the time lapses and voiceovers and like kind of breaking things down narratively. and you visually being stimulated by like all the cool things that you see amongst the ship and how the ship is changing from the start of the movie to like Rocky's introduction. You got all these tubes everywhere and stuff like that, and it's like it's a completely different thing. And then boom, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot
Yeah,
in this
it
movie.
just definitely feels like they
It
made the
definitely
choice
deserves
that
a second watch for sure for me.
yeah, they made a choice to have a more enjoyable movie,
Hmm.
visually enjoyable, and I just feel like the movie is definitely geared towards, uh outreach of just sci-fi people. If you wanna get introduced to sci-fi or you wanna experience a sci-fi movie that's kinda lighthearted, has
Yeah.
some good, humor here and there, but does tickle your brain of like, "Okay, this is a little bit more sciencey
Hmm.
than normal." Like,
Yeah.
we're not sitting there at interstellar level trying
Hmm.
to understand the concept of gravity and relativity. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally Earth is dying. I need to find a solution on how to get these black dots out of, the sun from sapping its energy.
Yeah.
Like, and then you just throw in Rocky, and it makes it way, way, way better. You
Hmm.
meet this alien, fun-loving alien, really smart. They go back and forth. It's like a buddy movie,
Yeah.
and, I just really like it. It's just very whimsical for a movie, and,
Hmm.
I was really happy that I read the book first.
Hmm.
And if you like you said, if you want way more detail,
Hmm.
that's what the book's for. You then follow up on the book, and you could be like, I got it." So,
Yeah.
shouts out to them.
Yeah. Cause I can look at the squiggles that he write in and listen to like all he's talking about, but it's like as far as like my level of comprehension while watching it, as it would be like right before they would discover something new, where like the thought would come to my head, and I get that satisfaction of like, oh dang, I figured it out. Of like not necessarily how it works, but like kind of what the next step needed to be. Um, and like that's like the fun part of movies to me because I always like trying to solve the movie before it's over, type thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, and then if we outside of just like you know what is those shows called where it's like they how this works or whatever outside of the how
Yeah.
this works aspect of Project Hail Mary, how did you feel about just the performances from everybody from Ryan Gosling to like all the crewmates and
Yeah, so for
backstory
this is
people.
it's just an easy one because Ryan Gosling has to carry a lot of the movie, so he
Yeah.
does amazing in it. I think it fits really well because you're just alone in space, so you kinda have to be a little, crazy, a
Mm-hmm.
little,
Cuckoo.
add some levity to a lot of situations. And then to bounce off Rocky where they kind of do the voiceover and he gets this, like, robotic-y voice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Rocky's a
Meryl
character
Streep.
himself that yeah.
That was funny. Oh, my fault.
So so I
That was one of the voices they used.
yeah, I just think it's easy. I just think it's
Yeah.
you just need the 2 characters to really pull a lot of weight, and with Rocky
Hmm.
just being a literally a rock spider
Yeah.
and being very, like, personable,
Hmm.
like "I wanna see
Like,
your ship, let me see your ship, ooh, ooh, ooh."
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
Like, Rocky did not
he's
care.
mega smart, but it's like he would ask like the simple questions to like get us around and get to see more of like if he didn't care, like if he would came on the shit with like an attitude of like, oh, this is so primitive, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and like y'all don't know anything, yet you can't help me, da 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 da, and it wouldn't like you're saying where it's like there's a level of curiosity with both of them, then it could have been a completely different movie and it probably would have been way like
And
not
that's where
even
that
just
Pixar charm kinda comes in. It's just like, "Oh,
yeah.
okay, this is kinda interesting," and you're also learning about a totally different alien race, and they're learning
Hmm.
about humans, so it's just really nice and really, heartwarming the whole time, so,
Yeah, it's
uh
endearing. I would say it's endearing.
nice. And I don't really care about the people on Earth, won't lie.
Yeah.
like, it ultimately doesn't really matter. What really mattered was Ryan Gosling's, role of, how he got there originally, each and
Mhm.
every step, who was, pushing him towards this way, and ultimately to, the betrayal of how he's really there.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I was
but
gonna say. Cause I,
mm.
cause like I enjoyed some of the side characters, like Officer Carl. You know what I'm saying? Because he was Rocky before Rocky was there. He was the person that, you know,
Oh, the
Ryan
OG Rocky, yeah,
Gosling.
I see.
No, not even OG, but just like Ryan Gosling needs somebody to bounce off of. You know what I'm saying? It can't just literally be him. Like he can't be Castaway on the ship and Castaway on Earth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need some um
I
body
think he
to.
was in the book.
He was. So maybe
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the good change that they made to make the movie a little bit more palatable. Because like if not, then it's just information overload. You know what I'm saying? Because like as he was discovering things, he would like not break it down to the like fifth grade level, but like, they had a
yeah.
level of understanding that they would then bring to the rest of the science community who, you know, is also trying to do the same thing but having no success, really.
And that's where it's, really cool because, like I said, it just feels like 2 different things because for
Yeah.
the movie, having that person there to bounce off his ideas originally
Hmm.
makes for a more enjoyable, viewing experience.
Yeah.
But then in the book, when you're reading it, it is way darker version of, "Hey, we don't really trust you. You're kinda a whack job. Here's 3, good luck.
Hmm.
Everyone else is, way smarter."
Yeah. So
Like
it's literally a Hail Mary, y'all. Like that's the point of
yeah,
the thing. That's
and
like,
and
nobody
he
expect this to
discovers
really
it
work.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he discovers it again, and he makes a 4th one, and he calls up, what's her name?
Ava.
Ava, and she's like, "Ain't no way." Hangs up on him.
Yeah.
"Are you serious?" Hangs up on him. Go steal that man right now, bring him back, because this is the second time he's been smarter than y'all other scientists.
Yeah.
I need this, whack job over here now, compared
Hmm.
to the movie where it's like, "Okay, they kinda feel like we do kinda trust you. Here's some more leeway. Here's a whole facility to still do your experiments."
Yeah.
So, it's just, way more just movie-like, way
Hmm.
more easier to digest the situation. Like, oh, they're supporting him. We're all working towards a goal.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's why I just feel
And
like
also
very
gives you
Pixar.
time to like kind of like digest everything that you're learning too.
Yeah,
Because it's like not only is he going to explain it kind of while he's doing it, but then he got to explain it to the person he's working with, and then again to like the overarching group. So by that time, I'm like, yeah, come on, y'all, we can get this thing going. The Earth gonna freeze over. Keep messing with y'all
yeah,
all this bureaucracy. Can't say the word.
yeah. Bureaucracy.
Yep, there you go. Um, so yeah, and I think like that back and forth between the past, present, uh, and then ultimately like what's getting to see what the future looks like. I feel like those jump backs were probably a lot more impactful in the book because like if we were just listening to what they were saying versus also seeing how like the climate actually changed like towards the end of the movie or once like they start getting like the signs back of everything, then I'm like, dang, they might as well not even like no time passed at all, you
So
know.
I will say
So
that does not happen in the book.
what happens in the book?
We kind of are stuck with Grace's perspective. Like, he sends back the
Okay.
probes, like his mission, and when
Yeah.
he heads to Rocky's planet at the very end of the movie, Rocky reports to him and pretty much says, "Hey, I can report that your son is stable."
Okay.
And Grace
So it's
kinda is
literally like just his POV the whole time.
yes, and Grace is
Okay.
kinda like Rocky's asking him, like, "Do you think you'll ever go back?" And
Captain's
Grace is
log.
already, 58-ish,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Nah." Like,
Mm-hmm.
"You just telling me that the son is recovered or made a full recovery,
Yeah.
I hope the human race does good." And then it's kinda like that feeling of, I'm here to teach, and, this is my home."
Mm-hmm.
Uh and that's part of the whole journey, you
Yeah.
going into
How
space.
how could you go back though after what
'Cause
he's
it would
been
just take
through?
a lot of years, yeah, and it's
Not
like,
even,
what
not
does
even.
that mean?
Well, true. You would be wasting a lot of time, but I'm just thinking like psychologically,
Mhm.
because that's something we haven't really talked about yet. Was how he even got on the ship. You know,
So they don't explain it. They don't explain it in the movie.
I
So
mean, I can give
so
you
it,
my explanation.
yeah, I don't hear. I don't hear.
Okay, so basically, because I'm thinking like from the first explosion, right, and everybody get blown up, and all the scientists and astronauts get I don't even know how many people was in the explosion, but my brain goes to this was sabotage because all the dangerous stuff you were working, y'all about to hit the finish line. Now all of a sudden everybody get blown up. That's suspicious. They don't really go into that in the movie,
Yeah, they don't.
but um it jumps to like, okay, you're our only hope. And he's just like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like fear and like, we're gonna give you some time, but really you don't got an option. And it's like, okay, now time's up. What do you think? Don't really care. Hop in the ship. And then,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
pump him with the coma stuff, and then he's just automatically there. But my brain goes to, okay, he never had astronaut training. How is he doing all this stuff now? Because before,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like, oh, he's just like, he never planned on going to space, but while he was there, he might as well have learned some of the tools of the trade, you know. But like, seventh grade, uh, seventh grade science teacher, knowing how to tie all these knots and like, knowing how to navigate in space, knowing all the rules and all this stuff. Is he just a speed reader? Like, the lot of that stuff, a lot of that nuance just goes over your head because you're just like, at that point, you're still trying to understand the movie, and you figure like at some point they're going to explain how he ended up on
Yeah.
the ship. So to choose it to be by force and then waking up to that news, I'm just like, okay, I still wouldn't
A
trust y'all
little bit more
because
questions. Yeah.
yeah, because it's like, okay, I can go back and be a hero, but what life am I even going to go back to?
And that's where it's
You
like
know,
that
that
at the
humanity
ending
aspect of
where
it.
he, like, relays the messages and he was like, "Oh, you're right," kinda like they're on good terms.
Hmm.
Like, that doesn't fit in the book. In the book, it really
Yeah,
felt like I was a
they're on good
coward.
terms, but it's more so like you don't have no choice in the matter anyway. Because it's the tone of how he's
Yes.
saying it to make you feel like, oh, they're not really mad at each other. But I'd be mad, bro, if I woke up on this ship. Like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, so, like, Grace is really upset, like, with himself, like, he's not this in the beginning, he thinks he's this astronaut hero and he's sent on this mission, and
Hmm.
that's why, like, the whole, him learning who he is, like, important because he's like, "Oh, I'm doing this for a purpose," just for his memory to finally come back, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Dang, I chickened out. I didn't wanna do this, and I was gonna
Hmm.
literally stay at home with my, like, classroom, even
30
though I
years.
was the one most prepared."
Yeah.
And then, um what's really interesting, kinda like what you said, is they don't explain any of that, how he was drugged. Essentially, Ava, what she did was she drugged him with something that would, erase his memory.
Mm.
So, it would slowly, slowly come back, but she knew that, like, the Russians made it or something like that, or French made
Yeah.
it, that by the time it fully came back, he most likely would have already completed his mission and sent back the probes
Right.
and then die on the ship in space.
Yeah.
Like the original mission.
Hmm.
However, the 2 astronauts that went with him that were dead since the beginning,
Yeah. We don't even know what they happen to them either.
they didn't know that plan at all
Oh.
because they just thought that he was agreeing to come on the mission with them, and then when they
Mm.
all woke up, they would, like, help him along, like, "Oh, don't worry, blah, 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 we're on the mission,"
Yeah.
but he wouldn't know that he was forced, so it felt even worse that, like, though they unfortunately died in the space travel
Hmm.
only for Grace to be the one to have to fulfill everything. So it
Yeah.
was kinda literally like you forced this dude into space,
Hmm.
to complete the mission, and then he ultimately did against, like, his own, like, will.
Yeah. But that's where you get the Pixar treatment, like you're saying before, Mickey Mouse, Clubhouse vibes of like, him not being quote unquote brave from the beginning when he's having just a rational human response to being told
Yes.
like you have to go to space and do this impossible thing that is a one-way trip.
'Cause they did that
And
whole scene, him running away, making it more, like, funny, like, "Oh, he doesn't wanna go," but
yeah,
literally the government is forcing you on
yeah,
against your will, drugging you, and then putting you on a
not the
spaceship.
government,
Like,
the
that's
world,
crazy.
the
The
world.
world, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like for him to not come back, I did not blame him at all. I was like, bro, nah, I wouldn't go either.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna go back to taxes. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And that's just one thing, when he sends back the probes and goes to save Rocky,
Hmm.
he just thinks, like, "Hopefully, I sent it back in time and it makes it there," but
If not,
who
well, it's
who
like
knows?
what?
Like, this m mission was a Hail Mary anyway because they would've
Yeah.
started seeing some climate change, some
Hmm.
wars might have happened already, so he has no idea if
State of the
everything
world.
that we see in the movie was even worth it,
Yeah.
and then that's kinda, like, why he accepts going off with Rocky, like, "This is my friend, I didn't
This
have
is my
anything
path.
on." Yeah, I didn't have no kids, I didn't have no dog, I
Hmm.
like they said, but Rocky, like, me and him grew together, learned about each other, and, like, that's my boy. Imma go make sure he good,
Yeah.
and we're going to his home,
Yeah.
and I'm good. But he thought he was gonna die, though. That's the truth.
Right.
He he thought he can't live on Rocky's planet, he knows that.
Hmm.
So, um, kinda when he makes that bubble thing,
Yeah.
it's just, like, a very cool, like, "Nah, this is my guy.
Hmm.
We
He
gonna
made
use all our
oxygen.
science stuff." Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, but anything should be possible. I mean, yeah. And
Hey,
then she had,
Pixar.
and then
Anything's
that,
possible in
and
Pixar.
then she had that dumb smile on her face while she was not dumb. I'm sorry, that was me. She had that smile on her face at the end, listening back to the messages. Like he did it, guys. It's like we did it,
Yeah,
Joe. That's the vibes I got. We did it, Joe. But it's
yeah.
like, nah, he did it. Like So, and it still doesn't really explain like obviously that means that he's been capable of this whole time of being able to do all this stuff, but like um that
Oh,
process
there was
of
the AI robot helping him the whole time. Like, the ship he didn't know how to use the ship, and then he was
yeah.
afraid Rocky would discover he doesn't even know how to fly his own ship. Like,
Okay.
he would
Yeah,
say
I
like,
because I
"Hey,
do remember
where's
I
this?"
do
Or
remember the robot, but it never felt like that important. Like it was that
yeah.
helpful in the movie.
The main one was the medical one, but there was, like, a normal robot that he would ask all the time, like, "Hey, do this. Hey, where's this? Hey, where do I go?" And it'd be like, "In the pilot's cabinet, in the pilot's cabinet." He's like, "Oh my gosh," but
Yeah.
it was just like a conglomerate of Earth's, smartest people trying to give him all the astronauts all the knowledge possible on the ship in
Yeah.
case anything would happen, and he ultimately just, like, ended up using that.
Did they ever say what happened to how they died in space? As
Yeah,
far
the
as
real detail is they had to screen for people who had a specific gene
hmm.
for them to even launch into space and go into the little, like, cryosphere or whatever, the deep sleep.
Yeah.
So only a few people actually had the genetic marker to actually do this mission,
Hmm.
and Grace actually ended up being one of them.
Mm. But
So
the other two
when
weren't.
in the book, I don't think the other 2 were, but maybe they were,
Why did
I
they
might reread
go?
it. It was weird, it was weird.
Why
I'm
did they
not sure
go?
if they
It was
were.
sad in the movie though. I ain't gonna cap. I was like, dang, we don't even know these
Yeah.
people, and he about to shift them off into space.
Yeah, they have a little arc, but it's not really, like, worth it. But
Yeah.
overall, the main thing was, like, the other 2 astronauts were supposed to go, and
Mhm.
then they died, and they really desperately needed someone else, and they secretly knew Grace already had it.
No, I'm
So
talking about the
it
people that
became
was on the ship with him when he woke up, they was already dead. That's what I was talking about.
yeah,
Not the people that got bodied and exploded.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I think they did have the markers, but it was, like, them using that experimental thing was it could pretty much not work.
Okay.
Uh,
1 in 3
but
chance
they
to
But they
wake
were
up. That's
screening
crazy.
people for certain genetic markers because they knew everyone else
Hmm.
who flew through it would just not make it. Like,
Okay.
it was not gonna work at all. And then
Yeah.
when they blew up, it was kinda like literally in the world, you either send Grace or you send a biology student in college that has a genetic marker that knows nothing about this mission at all, and Grace
Mhm.
was like, "Please send them. Like, I don't wanna go at all." And they were like, "Bro, you literally helped us with the
Astrophage or the
astrophage
yeah.
origin, all that. You made another one.
Mm-hmm.
You've
You
been
got
in
her
this
name and
facility."
stuff.
Yeah. You literally helped us with the design of the ship and, like, what
Mm-hmm.
steps, and you're saying to get a random person that has just, like, that has to be trained up in 2 weeks? It was,
Yeah.
like, a week before launch. That's not an astronaut either?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yup." And they was like, "Drug him. Get
Mm-hmm.
this man on the ship, sorry." So,
Yeah. Sorry,
it's
not
just,
sorry.
but I kinda get cutting that part, like, the other
Yeah.
2 astronauts overall does not assist the story that much, they're gone.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they just made the decisions that would make the best movie. I feel like that's what happened in
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the book. Um,
which is
but
anything
like,
with Rocky in it. Shout out to
yeah,
Rocky. Iridians.
Adrian. That's what I wanted him to do
Adrian.
at the
I love
end.
that too.
If he didn't do Adrian at the end of the movie, I would like that's what I wanted to hear. But it didn't do it. He just screamed. Like dang,
Yeah.
waited for that. But yeah, I'd say like just closing things up in a little bit. I think Ryan Gosling like really took a big step for me as far as like where I have him ranked amongst just like other actors with this movie. And it's not even like it's not even so much like this movie is just that great. It's more so like just the run he's been on. It's I'm like, okay, I gotta go watch every Ryan Gosling thing ever again.
Dang,
You
alright,
know,
alright.
cause I want to see if it was like, cause it's like when actors can make you believe that they are this person. Like he was Grace, bruh. That man was scared. He did not want to do none of this stuff, you know. And then to see who he
He was
ended
not
up
perfect.
becoming,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, I was like, man, this was a heck of a performance. Uh, but everybody else is just like, you know, second fiddle. But y'all did y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all came to do, and I just I just enjoyed the journey, bro. That's what I really feel like it was about. Like, yes, this movie's 2.5 hours, but it's 2.5 hours of just mindscaping. I don't know what a better word to describe it. It's just like, yo, I'm finna watch this and I'm finna try to figure it out as I'm watching it and know where I'm gonna apply this knowledge, but use it somehow. And that's what, and even if it's like just a process situation, because I can't like it's been a little bit too long for me to like be able to be like, yo, when they solved this exact problem, I was like, oh, eureka. Like it was just full of those moments. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but before you wrap it up, did you even understand how, like, why the astrophage was going from, the planet to the star?
If I remember correctly, it was initially like it had something to do with like breeding,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
there was like a reason why they stayed. And then like because like it went from like because I remember like the like it was black and then he was just like boom life is in there. But then I might be mixing
Sure.
stuff it up. But like
Yeah, yeah, no, no.
I couldn't really tell you exactly what it was, but like I just remember that red light and it going to every planet, right? But them they're doing it for survival reasons, but like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
trying to get away from something else though, right? Something like that. I don't know. The Predator. Nah, I don't know, y'all. I don't
Like
know.
like
I
like
don't know. But
like
I remember I
like,
understood
that's
it while I
the
was
weird thing
watching it.
about it.
I
It's
understood while I
just
was
like,
watching. It's a week removed, y'all. I'm a week removed.
yeah. It's just like, that's, like, the weird thing. It opens my eyes that, like, you can make
Yeah.
this movie really good,
Hmm.
and then the big finer details that make it way more sense, there's another medium for it, and it makes it
Yeah.
really
There's
nice
levels
to
to it.
have both. Because it's like, do I really needed to know why
Hmm.
it was why they were, migrating from the, planets?
Yeah.
Not really, because the main thing was it's sapping the sun's energy. Like,
Yeah.
we need to find out why it's doing that.
Yeah.
but does it help to know the exact reason? It really does. So
Because
it was just very enjoyable.
Yeah, because what I will say is like I might not understand like the minute reasons behind everything, but what I did understand was the process of like, okay, like just them trying to understand it, um, to develop a strategy to kind of basically save the day, and um, even like it's like a not even just like a formula. It's like the best way I can describe it is like if you I'm sorry to my to the environmental people out there. You know what I'm saying? But like when you use Chat GPT, you ask it like a broad question and it just spits out a whole bunch of information. But then there's like key points in there that is like could be the answer to what you really need to then go and do the actual research after. That's why I feel like the relationship between the book and a movie is that like this is just a gateway at its most as I keep wanting to say it's not cynical but the opposite of cynical. um at its core this movie could, like you said earlier, just be a gateway into more science fiction stuff, but like this will get you through the door of like, okay, when you actually read it this time it might click immediately.
Because it's very sciencey.
Yeah.
So it's just like I understand that 100% not being translatable to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish it was explained a little bit better in the movie,
Yeah.
but the more I look at the movie entirely, I'm like, no, they kind of go with a different tone anyway. So I
Mm-hmm.
kind of feel like it's fine. Like I understand him and Rocky need to go collect samples to get like a predator to get rid of the astrophage. And it's like, you know
Yeah.
what? That explanation is good enough for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I want to really understand sciencey, like why, like what,
Yeah.
like
In a
how is
book
this
there's
gonna
that
work?
expectation, but with movies there's room for um
Yeah.
interpretation, you know,
Mhm.
because like
And in the movie, you see like the all red scene, like it's beautiful, and
yeah,
that's like you in the Petrova
the
line or
stream,
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, but
the
like,
EAC. No, that's what I thought of
yeah,
from Nemo with all the turtles
yeah.
in there. That's what I was thinking of.
But like it's such a cool scene, but in the book, it's just
Mm-hmm.
more like normal. So it's just like trade offs. It's just really cool to have a movie and then a book, and then
Yeah.
realize like, oh, I can enjoy the book
Mm-hmm.
for what it is, and then I can enjoy the movie for what it is. So,
Yeah. How'd you feel about like just the tangible things that they were doing?
what
So like, well, I guess tangible might not
like
be the right word,
experiments and
but
stuff?
like, yeah, just like, so like when they was, when they went fishing, right? And how um Grace explained what fishing is to Rocky.
I mean, I like that part a lot. I thought they did a speed run of that to just show like their bonding culturally, like trying to explain,
Yeah.
if you meet an alien, like what would you explain to them?
Mm-hmm.
What would you find like interesting
What would be the
about your
first thing
planet?
that you would show them on Earth?
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. But in the book, they have just so much more like
Yeah.
stuff. But in the movie, I'm like, oh, this is cool, like a little hemisphere thing,
Mm-hmm.
and Rocky can't see.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he has a little device that shows him, like, in braille so he can kinda understand via
In
echolocation
Braille.
what you're talking about. But he doesn't
It's
see,
definitely
so
not in Braille, but yeah, I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
it is in braille. Oh,
No, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the little floaty stuff.
The floaty thing, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also a cool thing, like,
Yeah.
Rocky literally, his species went into space, and they didn't even know this, like, what the sun, like, shines or whatever. They were
Mhm.
like,
'Cause
"Bro, I don't know
they
what
can't
you,"
see it. Yeah.
'cause they can't see. They're like, "Hey, bro, we out here though."
Mhm.
Like, so
Nah,
it's really cool to
initially
think of.
whenever he first started throwing the dioramas over and they was missing them, he was like, first one he threw pretty fast. The second one he threw mad slow. He's like, why you think it was why you throw it slow this time? He's like, thinks I'm stupid. I was geeking.
Yeah,
I was like, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Cause
Hey, you meeting
Yeah,
them for the first time. You
it's the
trying
stuff.
to,
Yeah, trying to be cordial, trying, hospitality. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like we didn't even really talk about like some of the action scenes because that's not really what this movie is about. But like
yeah,
it was never a point where I thought like, oh, this is it. Now he dies. I was just like somehow, some
dang.
way, he gonna figure it out.
Oh, I did want to ask you, what part did you think everyone would cry at?
Ah,
You said there was like a moment. Was it the?
oh, whenever he was like, it was like there's a part about sleeping. So like after he started burning up, whenever he fixed the ship or whatever, he hopped back in his little pod or whatever,
Oh, okay, okay.
and then like
Like watching them.
yeah,
I watch you.
yeah, yeah, I think that's where it was. I was like, oh, I could cry right now.
Mm.
Like when he woke up, I was like, I didn't think he was gonna wake up. I ain't gonna cap. I didn't think he was gonna wake up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but
It just felt.
rock alien
I
strong.
knew. Yeah, I knew, but I was like, in the movie, it just felt like this dude getting back up. Like we ain't gonna waste all this time looking around.
Yeah,
Um, in the book, I was like, oh dang, Rocky dead, because
yeah.
Rocky saved him and like whispered like, because it's a totally different atmosphere. They make it clear. Rocky was like, "Save Earth, save Irid," and like
Mm-hmm.
keels over. And I was like, "Oh, he done. Like
Yeah.
he in poison. He ain't he ain't coming
Mm-hmm.
back after this." And then Grace like tried to save him or whatever.
Yeah.
And Rocky eventually wakes up and he was like, "Yeah, I did this to help you out." And Rocky was like, "Nah, that was essentially like ripping off my scabs. I was trying to heal, and you doing that was
Mm.
making it worse." And he was like, "Oh, bro, I'm sorry." And he was
Yeah.
like, "No, don't worry. You're like I'm getting better." And they like finished the last experiments like together, both of them like severely hurt,
Yeah.
like
See, that's the
trying
one
to
thing
get
I
the
wish like I was there for. Cause like we saw the experiments, but they never really felt like how you're describing them.
yeah, like
Which is
unfinished business. We're trying. Is it gonna work? No.
yeah. Like it felt more like they knew exactly what they needed to do. And
Yeah.
like they're
This
geniuses.
is
Like
this this is this is the Pixar, bro. And that's what I'm saying, I'm not
yeah.
hating on it because come
It
on now,
made it
what
fun. Yeah. It made
it
it a
made
lot
it fun, yeah.
more enjoyable for sure. That's funny. Um, is there anything else? When did you understand the Rocky references? Like
I
when did it
only
click
once
for
they did
you?
the Adrian,
Yeah,
just the
that's when it
Adrian one.
clicked for me too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I was like, Grace is funny. Grace is
yeah,
funny.
that was a good one. Cause that went over my head like a lot of this
Yeah,
stuff.
because they
Um,
did describe him as a rock creature, and then
mhm.
when I saw like, I couldn't wait to see him in real life. I was like, "Bro, I gotta see what he looked like." And when I saw
I
him, I was like,
when
"Alright."
when I watched the trailer, I wasn't impressed
Oh, I didn't see the trailer. I didn't know
because
nothing about it.
they showed Rocky in the trailer, but it was dark. But you could tell
Uh,
there was like a rock spider looking thing,
okay.
and I was just like, okay. I didn't expect him to roll around like that, but like it made sense. Um, and yeah, the jump was tough. And I was
Yeah.
like, cause like I saw that right after I saw They Will Kill You, and I just finished writing that joint, writing my review for it, and I said that I still feel like you know like They Will Kill You is it probably won't go down as like the best movie that came out this year, obviously, but like I still think it's one of the more entertaining ones.
Mhm.
Like, but I feel like Project Hail Mary is like, yeah, that might win something this year. I don't know what
Oh,
else is going to
wow.
come out, but like, you know, obviously it's still a stacked year with the um Avengers and stuff like that. But Avengers don't be really and Spider-Man, they don't really be like showing love to superhero movies like that in the Academy. Unless they
Yeah.
like go crazy. So we'll see. We'll see. But let us know what y'all thought about Project Hail Mary. And if y'all read the book, do y'all agree with Chris and his assessment? Do we need to start a book club? You know what I'm saying? Let
But
us know what's good. I'm gonna go watch some more Ryan Gosling movies. The one I need to really watch is what is it called? It's like people love that movie. Is it this?
Ryan Gosling.
Um, La La Land.
Oh yeah, La La Land.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
musical. That's why I ain't see
it's a
it.
musical. You're not gonna
Dang
like it.
it.
You're not gonna like it.
Dang it. Like, and this
I
looks
do
like a
like La La Land,
musical. Okay.
but
Yeah, and there's like this
you're not
other
gonna like
there's this other movie where he's like I see clips of it where he's like a baby daddy. Like, I can't do this. He was in the car. I don't know. I gotta look that up.
it. Yeah, I gotta figure
But
that out too.
the old movie. Real old movie. But I'm willing I it's teetering. It's tottering. Leo or you know what I'm saying?
You're
Ryan. I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know, bro. I
That's
don't
good.
know. Like not
That's a
necessarily
hot
like
take.
if we going like, you know, pound for pound actor wise, but like movie wise. Right? Ryan Gosling be in some good movies, bro. But he might not be the star, you
True.
know? So yeah. But let us know what y'all think about it. Chris, you already know what my score is. I said it last week. Um, but and it's still in this conversation, he's in the Notebook. Didn't know that. Um,
Yeah.
what are you giving Project Hail Mary out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 9.
Oh,
I
okay,
do think it's
okay.
a very enjoyable movie. It
Yeah.
looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like you said, the movie just goes bonkers once Rocky arrives. It just becomes so interesting,
Yeah.
and having the little beginning where we don't know what's going on, what's happening, the situation. It is interesting in the beginning. Is it a little long? Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
do did feel the time in the movie. Um, but I just think it's very enjoyable, and I do feel like it's a great way to get back into sci-fi, get into sci-fi movies.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, I do think this could be one of those like, family type movies that, a lot of people can enjoy. And I don't know, I just have the feel good after watching it. And
Yeah.
um, like I said, it looks good. I really can't imagine someone seeing this movie and just being like, "Nah, this doesn't do it for me."
Yeah.
Like
They'll
it
have
just
to
has
really not like sci-fi, I feel like.
yeah, it just has a certain charm to it, and it's not like a movie that you were probably, like, looking out for. It's like
Mm-hmm.
one that you would stumble by and be like, "Dang, that Project Hail Mary was pretty good." And then in
Yeah.
conversation, if you ever talk to someone and, you say, "Oh, you ever seen that Project Hail Mary?" Like, I think you would generally talk good about it. And, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling did amazing. Rocky, of course, is the bomb. And, yeah, not too sciencey, enjoyable. Imma give it a 9. It's definitely a really good movie. And yeah, I'm 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 happy I saw it and read it. I'm happy.
Hey, you here, man. I'm giving it a 10. I'm giving it a 10. Best movie I've seen this year so far. Something I will watch in and be like, I can't wait. Like, this was a movie I would want to share with somebody if it was like on streaming. Like, yo, we gotta watch Project Hail Mary and just be able to see what their brain is thinking. You know, because that's the fun part of just like trying to understand what the heck is going on, and then you get Rocky,
Yeah.
and then it's
Then you
like,
get Rocky.
okay, now this movie done turned into something. You know,
Mhm.
because at first I was interested, but I still was like, I
Spacey
had my
movie, okay.
yeah, like I had my doubts. You know what I'm saying? But once we got into it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm locked in now. I'm locked in.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but let us know how y'all feeling about the movie, and let us know what y'all gonna go see next. Chris, what you geeked about, bro?
2 things.
Okay, short and simple,
Um,
or short and sweet. That's what's called.
PSG is, again in the semifinals of the Champions League. So, I can't believe that they might actually, 2-peat. that's actually redonkulous right now.
With nobody, right? All of them
I'm
gone.
not no now that you won, I can't consider like they nobodies. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
okay, my fault. My fault. No disrespect.
You know what I mean? Like,
Disrespect.
they're the champions.
Yeah.
So it's just really crazy because I'm like, dang, this team used to flop all the time. Like y'all
Mm-hmm.
was looking like Duke out here, and
Oh, shots.
now yeah, now y'all unstoppable. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. The next match is like in 7 days.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a two-legger before the final. I'm just
How do
hoping
you be
they
watching
get.
that, John? You watching the highlights, or you like watching
So
when it's
I have to watch highlights unless I get out of work early. Um,
like that? I know it's probably a weird timing thing.
yeah, it's always at like 2 o'clock.
Mm.
Um, but they do play Bayern Munich, so it's not a scrub, but hopefully they get past it and they get into another Champions League final,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna seriously be talking because I'm gonna be like, dang, they are two-time Champions League final team, and the coach gonna be a goat. So I'm pretty hyped about that because it just doesn't feel real.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because partially last year it just felt like, dang, they did it after all the years where they
Should
felt
have done it.
like, yeah, this is a competitive team. They have the stars. Oh, this is the reworked version of it. And then finally they lose all of that and then they win. It's like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah. Like when Golden State won their last championship without KD.
yeah. Yeah, it was like, yeah, they're not gonna they probably won't do it. They probably won't do it. And then
Yeah.
yeah, the draft is right here, man. I mean,
Both footballs.
yeah, both. It's it's lion season this week. Like we had a little chat about it,
And we ain't
so I'm
talking
not gonna get too
Detroit.
deep. Yeah.
My
But,
fault. Go ahead.
it's just it's so interesting now, and I just can't wait
Mm-hmm.
to see what teams actually trade, and then I can't wait to watch every team's interview talking about, "We got the best guy.
Yeah.
We got the best player.
We
This
listened
is
to
the
our
number 1
board
player." Yeah.
and it fell to us. Best player available. You know, this is a good guy. This is a you know, you're gonna say all the things.
And I just deep down, I feel like there's, like, 4 legit players that the teams are really like, "Oh, yeah, I got my guy," and then the rest are kinda like, you know what? We might as well grab this guy because after this guy, I don't know about these dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just can't wait to see what teams are really aggressive and getting their dudes, and just seeing the reactions from the teams afterwards. Because
Yeah.
I just feel like they've been lying all week, and when they get to pick their player and to hear them lie live again, I'll be like, oh yeah, y'all liars. So can't wait.
Yeah.
And that's 2 days from now. So really
When the
close.
pod
But
comes out, it'll be draft day.
stamp, stamp. But what you geeked about, G?
Uh, first things first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. The drama. I saw that today, and
Oh,
I liked it. I liked it. It was a bunch of red flags. You know,
mm,
it
sometimes green
was.
flags. G said, nah.
You know, there's things I noticed, and there's things that I'm like, you know, a lot of this could have been avoided. But that liquid courage, man, alcohol, man, stay
Mhm.
off the weed. It's like um, nah. But I really liked the movie. Really liked it strong. I enjoyed watching it, and
Oh, okay,
reason why I
okay.
say that, not to give anything away, is that like I feel like the how can I put this? The
5.5, y'all.
no 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 no
Yeah.
no. It's like the what the movie is talking about is bigger than the movie they made.
Mm.
You know, like to me, like the way my brain was turning while watching Project Hail Mary is how my brain was turning while watching the drama. But I feel like Project Hail Mary is a way better movie than the drama. Because the tea was hot. The tea was piping hot. Right? But like decisions that were made, you know, made for the movie they made. And that's all I'm gonna say. So I wait for the review to come out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know, I will say Ryan. I'm about to say Ryan Gosling again. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, they deliver though.
Okay,
always,
that's good.
as always. And I'm still waiting. You know, Robert Pattinson's up there too, man.
He's next Leo.
Bruh. It's not even that he's next Leo, because it's like it's a mystery with him, bro. Like I don't know who he is, because like the characters he plays are so like polar opposites, and then I don't really watch interviews of him. I probably need to watch interviews of him to see what his real personality is like, because like between like he'll go from being Mickey 17 to Batman in 2 seconds. And I was just like, that was Batman right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I saw that today. That joint was good. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Enjoyed the movie. And then I'm also geeked about the draft, like you're saying, because like this is what, you know, I started watching football again when Prime went to Colorado. And so there's like, you know, before Prime and after Prime. So it ain't been that long since I like, and once I came back, I was tapped in, because now it's like a whole bunch of YouTube channels that's like, you know, got all the details that I need to understand the draft. And just like what's going on with the team in general. So I've been watching all the draft shows, and not just for the Cowboys, but for all the teams they drop in. They're like free agency, off season moves, just getting to see how these like high level people think, and like their thought process of what it takes to build a good team, even if they don't end up being good that year. Jaguars making the best content on YouTube, bro. Promise you, for the NFL at least. I watched Buccaneers today; they was good too, but they don't release as much as the Jaguars do. And then, what else? There's a million things to watch. Gen V is really good. I ain't finished it yet, but like it's way better than I thought it was gonna be. You know, I think it was just a shock of Andre, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Still sting, but that joint is going crazy. I didn't go back to The Boys yet. Haven't watched the next episode of Euphoria. Haven't watched Invincible.
They're piling up, y'all.
It's too much stuff, bro. It's too much stuff. But we writing. We like almost done. Like I said, I just finished. I still gotta do some edits for it, but like main writing segment is done. Or They Will Kill You, and the next up is either Super Mario or Project Hail Mary. I don't know which one. But, you know, slowly but surely we knocking things out. And yeah. Hopefully the weather change. Get better, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be cold tomorrow. I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah. But see y'all on Thursday. Caleb Downs. Ooh. Welcome to Dallas, bro. Welcome to Dallas. You know, that's what I'm gonna say right now. If it comes true, you heard it here first, bro. Heard it here first. Carnell Tate, welcome to Washington.
Oh man.
And yeah, that's all I can predict right now, bro. All I can predict. Even Carnell Tate going to Washington is a stretch, but I just hope y'all pick a receiver. That's it. And I hope we pick before y'all too.
I think y'all will.
So,
if I had to bet, I think y'all will.
Yeah. But that's psychology, bro. Like psychology is different over there in Dallas, man. I'm watching a video right now where it was talking about how like Jerry works. He doesn't watch players. He just listens to what everybody has to say. And he like makes a judgment off of that. Not to say who they're gonna pick, but he likes hearing what, like, he doesn't need to watch the players himself because he hires people to do that for him. You know? And I'll just be like, man, what I wouldn't give to have that guy name from the Jaguars. Cause I watched that video. I sent it to you, bro. I'm like, yo, the Jaguars finna go crazy. The Jaguars,
the GM,
not the GM. I don't know if he might be the GM. He used to be at the Rams. James Gladstone, that's his name.
Oh, Gladstone, yeah,
bro.
Yeah, the GM
might be the smartest man in NFL behind Ben Johnson, bro. The way he be talking, the way he be talking, I be like, yo, this man know everything.
No way.
He doing something different, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Like he'll do the 30 visits. He don't let his scouts go to the combines. Like he had one season and they won a little bit. So you know,
he filmed himself, bro.
They got algorithms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He got his
doing
own
something
processes.
different over there. Something in the water over there. You know, but
can't wait to see those picks too.
Yeah. So the draft should be fun, and then playoffs, NBA playoffs is here.
Oh yeah, them Wolves, bro. Them Wolves, man.
Them Knicks. Everybody losing, bro. Pistons. I think Boston the only one that won, right? They're supposed to win.
I think so.
I could think of.
The Spurs play today.
But KD didn't play that game.
KD plays tonight. Yeah. Well, the Spurs lost today. Dang.
Ooh. So yeah, Wemby is different though. I know y'all know that already. Y'all need me to tell you that, but it's like watching him is crazy. It's actually like you shouldn't be able to do that.
And Durant did play today, so they're battling the Lakers right now. He already got 16, dominating.
As he should. But hope y'all enjoyed today's episode of the pod. Let us know what book combo y'all want us to cover next.
Yeah, we should look up real quick what next book movie.
Yeah,
might be a banger.
Hit that like button, hit subscribe button if you have not already, and we'll see y'all next week. Stay geeked. Peace.
Later, y'all.